Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings versus Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the third overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
Mike six.
Darnold looking to start with a pass. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
To throw is Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. Cut.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Here's Darnold. Incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Let's see what you got. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now it's Rodgers escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Alert. 319.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
319.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a first down carry for Harris. Busting free at the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
258. Double tight.
Harris running straight ahead. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Harris trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Get him. Blue 58. No chance.
51.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Push him back. Push him back. Mike, 55. Right
The
there.
final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime here, and as we expected, looking at the clock, a very quick first half of play. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. They'll run again with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. And it is now 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Jefferson going to go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Second down and 6 now.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watch 55.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
To throw on second down is Darnold.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Flush to it, and I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. Down the left sideline.
They don't want it, boys. They don't want it. They don't want it.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Rodgers throwing here. Steps away to his left. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continues.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it is 28-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Rolling to his left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Things started a little slow for him as a runner, but he has really found a different gear here in this second half. He's been more aggressive, challenging the defense when he sees an opportunity, and now he has a 100-yard game to show for it.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They hand this off to Harris. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Darnold now to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability.
Look at right side, and it's intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Green 18.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you,